Okay, and we're back. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Oh, that's not gonna bode well for the video. I see things are hard to read too. I'm definitely gonna have to figure out how to do this overlay a little bit better. It just clashes too much. Too much purple. Too much purple has left the screen a little bit disheveled. Oh, thank God, Mike, you're back. I'm so sorry the stream crashed as soon as I tried to put you up there as the most recent subscriber. I should know better than to try and edit the stream there while it's going. Yeah, that was really kind of lame that it crashed. Ugh. Because you know what happens is it crashes and then Rain is like, oh, well, I got other things I have to do. Deborah's gone. And Monarch Veiled is the same thing. They're like, oh, yeah, got it bolts. If this is, I'll look for something else. I'll look for something else if this is the case, if the stream is crashing. Ay. Well, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I guess I could put on my princess tiara. Since that's how you make me feel. No, but that's cool. I don't know what to do now, though, is the thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear the tiara. I need to wear the tiara when I actually deserve it. I don't think I deserve it. Oh, really? You're not able to donate because you don't have Streamlabs. That's not good. I didn't know that was a prerequisite. I don't think... Oh, maybe it is. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Mike. You know, I really appreciate that. I just can't be running around right now trying to set that up. But I tell you what, yeah, Prime and an account? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I don't know why. Because I was gonna say if you wanted to support and actually get something out of it, then the Patreon is the way to go. I put it up there for $3, and if you do that, it should give you access to all my lingerie shots, at least all the good ones. Which would probably be a little bit better for your hard-earned money, you know. Oh my God, I don't know how to do it, but no, that's really sweet of you. For goodness sakes, I don't really know what to say or how to go about this because I've never had. You know, I've been doing this for like 3 months. I guess I only got the affiliate status last time, so I never had the subscribe button. Well, if that's the case, then like I'll make sure that I get that donate button up for you. You know, it's so funny. The last time I did, I set up a here's the way it worked. When I first started streaming, I said I'm not gonna put up a donation button until somebody wants to donate. And then somebody was like, yeah, I want to donate, no big deal. And I was like, sure. So I set up the button. And then the next thing they did is they were like, oh, I don't want to, no, they were faking it. They started faking it. They started putting in the chat. They're like, has donated. They were like that. Also, it wasn't $509. It was only like 50. But they were doing it so that there's like no colon in the chat box and everything. And I was like, is that real? And I was like, well, I mean, I guess I'll get up and dance and do what this person, they were like, you know, do this for 50 bucks. Do this. I was like, okay, sure. And then I found out later that it was just, yeah, that's it. Just like that. Oh, it's /me? Oh. Yeah, so that's what they were doing. And I was like, okay. They're like, dance. And I was like, okay. And I started dancing and doing my thing. And then they were like, now drop on the floor and do push-ups. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like dropping the, and it's like, I was like, okay, like, you know, if you're paying for the service, like, I mean, I'll do it. But then, like, yeah, the rest of the chat was like, that guy's not actually donating. And I was like, oh. And they're like, yeah, that guy's just pretending to donate. I was like, oh shit. You mean I've been doing everything that he wanted, you know, for nothing? And you know, he seemed like a nice guy. He was like, oh yeah, like I want to donate to your stream. And I was like, okay. And that's why I set up the donation button. But no, if that's the case, I'll fix that for you next week. Hey, Tristax. Will I be on in 45 to 30 minutes? Honey, this is a long ass stream. Unless the power goes out or the internet breaks, I'll be here until like, let's see, an hour, like 2 hours. I'll be here for like 2 hours. Thank you so much for coming by. No, you do your thing, girl. I've been trying to catch you as much as I can. If you don't know Mike or anybody else in the stream, Tristax is a streamer as well, and she's great. Girl, you go ahead and like give us a shout out, right? Drop a link. Drop a link in there. Drop a link in the chat. My phone's blowing up. I don't know what it wants, but it just keeps beeping. Okay, girl, you do your thing. Yeah, so that was kind of my thing. I didn't get the candle. I should get the candle. Follow. Yeah, there you go. She's really cute. She's another trans streamer, and she does. Last time I saw her, she was playing video games. She was playing some game there. She's one that's like a bird's eye view. She's flying, she's zipping around, hitting things with swords. And then the other time she was doing Cyberpunk 2073 or something, whatever the heck it's called, the new one. And that was my first exposure to the game. It was pretty cool. Monarch Vale. I would imagine that's a follow. Yeah. Interesting. Monarch Vale comes up as WAPAS. Poor Monarch Vale. I'm confused because I think Monarch said that she had already followed. And also the stupid thing is broken again. The daily follower goal does not want to work for some reason. That's so silly. Alright, well we'll count that as 1. Thank you so much, Monarch. Oh, you gifted a sub. Oh. Well, perfect. There we go. I'm so confused how all of this works, Mike. You really are Mike the Destroyer, because I have no idea how any of this works. It just said Monarch, and there was no context. So, okay, there we go. So the recent subscriber is Monarch now. And the recent follower is WAPAS, which is weird. So WAPAS followed, but then the widget didn't show up, which is confusing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so first off, thank you, Mike, for gifting that sub to Monarch. I'm sure they will appreciate it. If they ever manage to come back and realize what happened, if they are in the chat, I don't think they are, but thank you so much. You have been really nice tonight. You've been very generous. My goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you after the stream, or tomorrow or something. I mean, I know the stream goes until 2 a.m., so it might be a little late for you by the time I get around to it. But I'd love to hear like what you do. You know what I mean? What is your situation? Because I saw, like, I wanted to start chatting with you today, and I kept missing you, and I was like, who is this guy? Like, because I'm always curious about like what people's lives are. Like, if you have, especially now, like I'm online, I'm more interested in like if people have online content, like if you have like your own channel and stuff like that, like if you're streaming, or if you're like into content, or you're on Instagram and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm talking about. I don't know what OOF stands for, by the way. I assume that's code for out of flower. Okay. Why does my phone keep beeping? Oh, because people are going nuts in the Discord right now. Yeah, Wapus, thank you for the follow. Check out the other links there to the Discord channel. Come hang out with us. It's a quiet community right now. We're growing, adding a few things here and there. Just trying to figure out, our place in the world and how to make it better. That's pretty well my purpose here. I was a rotten little shit for a long time, a good portion of my life, and now I'm trying to give back a little bit, and of course, since I'm now a trans woman, I'm willing to share myself with the world a lot more than I used to. Before, I was not very interested in people. I was more interested in things, typical boy stuff. But now I'm more interested in people and less interested in things. Funny how that happens when you're on estrogen for 2 years. And yeah, it's great. I've met so many awesome people, and it's just a lovely community. There's a few bad apples in the basket, but we try and polish them up and see if we can help them out, or maybe show them that they're not so rotten, that they're actually good people if they try, if they wanted to be. So, oh my goodness. Monarch's back. Welcome. Anna Rain is back. You guys are lovely. Sorry that the stream crashed. I thought I had lost you both. We thought that it was all gone. It was so funny because the stream crashed and it said, "Do you want to continue streaming?" And I said, "Yes." And then, of course, it comes back on and I'm like, "Oh, okay, wonderful. Everything's going fine." And then I realized, like 2 minutes into it, that I had to press the start stream button again in order for that to happen. And that was kind of sad. That was very sad. I was not too impressed with that. Oh my. Well, I'm glad you guys are back. The stream gets a little lonely if I don't have anybody to talk to, especially if it's just a whisper stream. I don't even know if I'm whispering properly. Maybe I'm supposed to be whispering more like this. We love a dedicated queen. That's what I'm here for. Oh, see, now it's appropriate to put on my... Now I can put on my crown, my tiara. Yo, Europe, Pama Queen. What? I didn't quite catch that. I didn't know what that was. That was part of some other overlay I had. Mew mew, mew mew. Ooh woo 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 woo. That's the only one I know. I don't know what that was, but I'm gonna assume that was something good. So. Thank you very much, Europa Queen. I can't talk normal if I want to. I know I can't talk normal if I want to. I can't talk normal if I tried, honey. That music does not bode well for the stream as far as the chill vibe goes. Okay, so now I'm confused. Was that a follow or was that something else? Because now we do have a follower, but then that didn't say followers, so I'm so confused. I've screwed up my widgets is the problem. Thank you so much, Europa Queen. Thank you so much. If you can't, if you haven't already, you know, check out the Discord or whatever. We'd love to hear more from you. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Queen wants to join a voice chat with me, and Demon Squirrel says it is. You can join a voice chat with me, Queen. I just don't know if now is the best time to do that. You know, what did you want to talk to me right now? Like, okay. Monarch saying that I should do it. I don't think I've ever actually talked to Queen over the phone before. How do you want to do this, sweetie? Do you want me to put it, oh, I guess I can't put it on video. Did you want to share your video or did you just want to talk? Because I'm up to it. We're whispering about nothing, sweetie. We have a new recent follower, Demon Squirrel, but the recent follower thing is getting in the way, so we have to move it. There we go. That looks better. We can talk about anything. It's just a whisper stream. Right now we're whispering about whether or not we should have a conversation. All right, Queen wants to talk. You know what? We're gonna let him. Queen, can you send me a message? I can't seem to find your direct messages here. Because your direct message is always different from how it appears. I guess I could look in the channel chat. Let's see if it came up. Oh, Vale! Monarch Vale. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I didn't know. I didn't make the correlation between you two. Oh, here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So, Monarch Vale and Vale are the same person. Okay, I get that. But yeah. Okay, here's Queen. Oh, okay. You know who. Alright, let's message you. Okay, see, now I'm confused. Because Queen is also known as Heavy Rain. Alright, sweetie, like I said, you're gonna have to send me a direct message in the, Do you need to whisper? Yes, you do. Because it's a whisper stream. It's a whisper stream. Is that going to be too much for you? To whisper? Actually, to be fair, you don't need to whisper, but I still need to whisper. Also, you'll have to keep the stream on, I think. Oh no. Okay. Thought I lost something. Actually, I don't know if... Yeah, actually, I think we can do this. Okay. You're kitty girl. Okay. I don't know if it's the first. Kitty girl. Here you are, sweetie. Okay. We're gonna try this and see if it works. Oh, I called Kitty Girl, but she didn't answer. It makes me wonder if I'm being played at the moment, which I don't think I am. Not directly. I did call you in Discord. Oh, you mean, okay, you want me to, well, I mean, I can just enter the, I can just enter the chat here. What I'll do is I'll get into the general chat. There we go. I don't know if you're gonna show up. This is the thing. This is what I was afraid of. I'm being played. Better take off my crown. I must blend in. If you need a mod, I'm open. Honey, I thought you were gonna talk to me in the channel. Right now, my good lord. Good lord, girl. Here. Let's see if I can find you. Is this good content this does not make? There, I sent you the link. I might need a mod, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna give you another minute to get it together, girl. And then I'm gonna have to continue on with what I was doing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we are entering the busy hour, which is generally 11 o'clock. Not doing anything in particular tonight. Although we might. I might decide to play some Cuphead or something if things kind of get slow. You're in the voice chat and the stream is open. Okay, so why don't you try talking? Whew. Okay, yes, I hear you, sweetie. Can you give us another mic test? Can you hear me? Okay, but you're not coming through. You're not coming through to the other channels is the problem. I don't think we're going to be able to do this, sweetie. Let me see. I'll try really quickly, but output device. Okay, give it a try. I need another test.
Hi.
There you go. You're on the air. We did it.
You don't need to say that to me, though.
Here, let me just... I just need a few... Give me another mic test. I gotta make sure your levels are good. I don't usually do this.
Hi.
Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You must be young, sweetie. Have you ever been on the air before? You ever been on radio?
Why does this feel like it?
Because it kind of is, in a sense. You ever been on, like, television?
No.
No?
This is... No.
I've been on television before. Once when I was, well, I guess twice when I was younger. The first time it was very boring and I was very scared. The second time I acted out and made a fool of myself. It was great. I hope the same mistake does not befall you. So what's going on, girl?
Well, there's nothing much happening with me.
Yeah? You just wanted to chit chat for a little bit? You sound cute. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
So, what did you want to talk about?
Nothing particular.
Nothing particular. Well, let's talk a bit about your life. What like who are you? Who is Queen Kitty Girl?
So I'm 24 and I live in Texas and I have 5 dogs.
You have 5 dogs.
Yes.
That's a lot of bitches.
Most likely for when they start to bark, it is.
That's cool. That's cool. And you live in you're 24, so you're living out on your own, are you?
No. No, I
Oh,
don't.
oh. Um, Texas, the state where everything's big. Yes. So, well, okay, you're not living on your own. So, are you living with your parents, or are you living with a
Yes.
friend? Oh, you're living with your parents. Okay. At 24, you
Yep.
say. That must be hard to bring home boys or
Okay, the truth
girls.
is I okay. So I will spill the tea here for this. So
Please do.
I only brought home just one boy, that was it. And it was my boyfriend at the time, but
But what?
well, so I thought he loved me, and here's where the real tea is spilled. So I thought he loved me, but it turns out, and I don't know if it is true, but one day I looked on his Facebook profile,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was his profile picture, and it showed that he was married to a girl and that he lives in Houston.
Oh my God. And he didn't tell you? He didn't disclose this information?
No, he did not.
That's a scumbag move. That's super. I'm so sorry that happened to you, sweetie. Um,
I know.
you know, I'm in a situation where I'm married and I go out and like date people, but like everybody knows what I'm doing. Like my wife knows, the people that I see
Yeah.
know. Like I'm upfront and honest about all of it because that's the last thing you want is for somebody to find out that what you're doing and then get like super pissed off. So I would imagine that was it. You were probably done with that guy, eh? And your parents were probably none too
Mhm.
impressed to learn that secret either.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl. So you do like boys, is what you're telling me.
Well, actually, I like girls now
Oh, you like girls
because
now.
I am over guys.
Really? See, I'm trying to get
Mhm.
under guys. But
What do you mean
I
by
mean,
under
like
guys?
I've I've never really been with a lot of men, so it's for me it's like I've never had a relationship with a boy, like a positive one, so like that's something that I crave as like, something to do with my life. Like I've been with plenty of women and like I'm done with women, you know what I mean? Like I love women, I love my wife, I love hanging out with them, but like when women come on to me now, it's just like I'm just like, "No, thanks." They're like, but," and I'm like, "No." They're like, "But we're so compatible and we get along and I've got this rockin' body and you're so cute." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's yeah, you ain't got no dick." Sorry. It don't work like that. So yeah, so I'm a little bit I'm the opposite then. Like I'm not fed up with boys, but I've heard boys are a mess in and of themselves. Like they're really annoying in some respects, but yeah, women can be pretty bad too. So sorry, I don't want to talk too much about myself while you're on the line. So I want to ask you, what are you? So what is your plan now? Like, are you trying to? Are you actively trying to see women?
Okay, so what I have been doing is I have been on Facebook dating, trying to find one, and I think I have.
Facebook dating. I've never heard of that. Is that kind of like Plenty of Fish or Tinder?
Okay, so I think it's kind of like Tinder, but different because it's Facebook.
Yeah, I've never heard of Facebook dating. I'll have to check that out. Maybe I could benefit from it. But okay, so you found a woman. Okay, now what do you mean you found a woman? Like you've been talking to her online, or have you made a plan to meet this person in public, or have you voice chatted them? Like how far has this relationship gone?
Okay, so it's pretty much just started out like well, I should not say tonight here because it's already AM here. So I would say like about yesterday. So she said that she liked me, like she likes my profile and I like her,
Mm-hmm.
and she has three part-time jobs.
Oh my. And what's your work situation?
Okay, so my work situation is I'm like a flower designer and a delivery helper to deliver flowers.
Okay. That's cool. That's good. You have a career, you have a job, like a profession. So that's
Yeah.
better than, living with your parents and not having a job. That's always my first concern is that like, you got to be working. So that's good. You guys are both making money. So you can afford these dates, which is nice. Um do either of you have a car or a vehicle?
Okay, so I would like to say that she's 25 and I'm 24.
Uh-huh.
Um, and she actually uses Uber or Lyft or her friends or her family to get around.
Oh, okay. And what do you do?
Well, the same pretty much.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's all right if you guys have ways of getting around. Um, kind of hard to pick up your date, on the bus or like, with your parents in the car. But I mean, an Uber or something would work for sure. Oh my goodness, this is your first experience dating a woman?
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, you are in for it. You are in for it. Um, I wish you the best of luck. I hope this works out for you. Um, there's nothing to say that it won't. I'm not trying to be catty or anything. I'm just saying that you both sound like you're in similar positions, especially if she's got three part-time jobs. Um, it sounds like it's going to be tough for you to schedule a time where you're both going to be able to work, have a date. But, you know, be brave, I would imagine, right? Be brave. Just go out there. You're going to do fine. You're going to do great. Um, but there are some stages that you have to hit, right? Like you have to get her phone number if you don't already have it, and you actually have to meet her in person, which means somebody has to schedule something. Like somebody has to say, "Hey, how about this Friday or this Saturday or this Tuesday, right? When are you available?" And then you might also have to say, where are you going to eat or where are you going to go? Generally a coffee or something would be good for like a first date. Have you thought about this first date and who's going to initiate it, how you're going to initiate it, how it's going to go?
Well, okay, so actually speaking about the phone number, so she actually gave me her phone number, but I forgot to save it.
No, you didn't.
What?
You forgot to save her phone number?
Well, well, actually, I was so into the conversation that I forgot to type it into my phone. So yeah.
You know, you can go back in your phone log and you can track that number down. So what you
If it's Facebook dating, I don't think I really can.
if it's Facebook dating, you didn't call it didn't you call her on your phone, or you called her from Facebook dialing service? It shouldn't be an issue regardless. You know what? You can just ask her again for it. If she likes you, she'll give it to you. Oh, I'm so excited for
Because
you.
um so what she did is she introduced herself um to me, and I did a little introduction of myself. And what else did she say? Oh yeah. So she said that I like to go out with you sometimes. So okay, if you cannot tell right now, I am blushing. I'm blushing.
Me too. Me too. It's okay. Um, she wants okay. So she wanted to go out with you sometime. That's perfect. And what did you say back?
Okay, so I pretty much said said okay to that. But one of her part-time jobs is at the Crayola Experience here in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So good news is she said, okay, because one of her part-time jobs is there, and
Mm-hmm.
I have never been, so we might have our first date there, but we'll see.
At her work?
If she's not working that day, probably because I have never been to the Crayola Experience ever in my life.
I don't know what that is, but I would imagine it's a fun place. You know, my only concern with that is that that's her place of work, and that might be better suited for another date further down the line, because the thing is that if you go to where she's working for a first date, all her coworkers are going to see her, and then they're all going to ask her about it, and she might that might not be the best. Like, I'm trying to think, like, because that's the thing. Like, if I worked at, like, say, a restaurant, and then we went on, and then like you and I agreed to go on a date, and you came to the restaurant where I was working, was like, let's dine here. I'd be like, I know the server, I know the waiter, I know the cooks, I know everybody in here, and it's just gonna be like, I don't know. It just adds an extra layer of like, people are watching me to see how it goes. It might be good. It might be good, but generally it's better to have a neutral ground, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
unless she invites you to come over to the Crayola factory. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna advise against it. Not that I'm any sort of guru, but like, yeah, going to somebody's place of business on a date is could invite some unwanted attention. But you do you, girl. It might work out for you. I would keep it simple and just go on like a coffee date, right? Go to a Starbucks or something, and just get a frappuccino or an orange juice or something if you don't like coffee. Sit down, chat, go for a walk or something. I know it gets kind of late, but or it gets kind of dark these days, but should be able to make something work. Especially, if you say, meet me near your work or something like that, then you're kind of making it easier for her to just get out of work and cross the road or something like that and get away from where she spends the majority of her time. I don't know. That's just my thoughts and opinions. Um, that's fascinating, though. There's something about women dating that a lot of men really like. I don't know why. I never understood that. Like, I'm. People call me a lesbian, and I'm like, not really. You know what I mean? Like, cause I started off with a boy, and now I'm like a girl, and it's like, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as like a female on female relationship. Huh. Rain says that's some good advice. Well, if Rain says it's good advice, then you should probably listen. You should probably listen. No, but so you haven't actually asked her, is what you're saying. You haven't asked her out on the date yet.
Pretty much because she said I like to go out with you sometime.
Okay.
And the thing about crossing the road, so about that part,
Uh-huh.
she actually has cerebral palsy that I should bring up right now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, so it's difficult for her to do stuff like that. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, that changes things, and it might be more appropriate to go to do a date somewhere that she's familiar, if that's the case. Um, but you haven't so she said she wanted to go out sometime, and you haven't responded. So this is kind of like the crossroads of where you're at. Or no, you said you wanted to go out, but now both of you are kind of standing there, like what do we do from here? So somebody, yeah, you have to suggest something. I mean, depending on your role in the relationship, generally there's somebody's more passive and then the other person's a little more dominant. So I mean, if you want to take the more dominant role, it certainly wouldn't hurt in this situation because women tend to respond more to more dominant personalities. And so what you could do is just say, hey, I was thinking about, coming over to the Crayola thing that you mentioned, you know, and seeing you there. Is that something that you'd like to do? I'm available. This is my schedule. I'm available. I was thinking, around lunchtime or the early afternoon or something like that, rather than like super late, right? Where it kind of can get kind of sketchy at night, but just keep it during a pleasant hour and just be like, yeah, this is the time frame that I'm working with, let me know what works for you. And then she'll get back to you and she'll be like, oh, actually this date, this time works best. And at that point she can also say whether or not she likes the idea of doing a date at her work. But you have to take initiative, my dear. You have to take initiative and say something, because otherwise it's never going to happen. This is the problem with women dating, is that one girl's like, hey, I like you, and the other girl's like, yeah, I like you too. And then there's this big awkward silence. And then the one girl's like, so what do you want to do? And then the other girl says, I don't know. What do you want to do? And the other girl says, I don't know. And then there's more awkward silence. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be like, this is what I want. This is what I was thinking, right? This is what I was hoping. This is where I was hoping to go with this conversation. This is where I wanted to, I like you and I want to spend time with you. And this is the time I have available. I have Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, right? This is when I'm not working. Afternoons are good for me. What time works for you? Or when are you available? You can also say, when are you available? I want to know when I can set up this date, location, and time. It's essentially what you need to know. When are you available? Where can we go? But Rain's telling you to step it up. Step it up, girl. Yeah, it's true. It's tough. It's tough. It's funny. It could be the opposite with boys. Boys are like, boys are so aggressive, like especially gay guys. They're just like, hey, come over. The other guy's like, okay. And they come over and they're like, do you want to have sex? Yes. And they just do it. And then it's like, it's the complete opposite from females dating. It's hilarious. It's just so funny. Oh my God. So what do you think of that? What are your thoughts and ideas about the situation? Are you starting to formulate a plan?
Well, we have Corona going on, so that's a problem right there, first of all.
Yeah. People are still dating
And
though.
yeah, but the other thing is that we would have to wear masks as usual. Um,
You only wear masks inside a dwelling, right?
well, pretty much inside and outside, like of grocery stores. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can take a drink to go, right? And besides, wearing a mask doesn't
Hmm.
prevent you from going on a date with somebody either. I wouldn't imagine that you're going to be getting physical with this person right away. I mean, you might, but generally that's saved for the end of the date. Here, I've got a good tip for you when it comes to the end of the date. Um, if you're ever on a date with somebody that went well and you guys are finishing it up, generally what happens is people like to hug on the end of a date. So if you hug and then as you're pulling away, you turn your head and you kiss their cheek. I've seen people melt over that move. That's a Deborah patented move for you. That'll help swoon your lover. I don't know why. I don't know why I told you that. Well, because I want to see you succeed. That's why. Oh my goodness, girl, you are so shy. You are so shy. You're 24.
Yes.
Yeah, you're so shy. Hey, if you start dating women, you won't be shy for not for long. You just get out there. You just gotta start talking. You just gotta start talking to people and telling them what you want. Tell them what you want. Be like, yeah, I'm looking for a girl, or a nice sweet girl to come over and hang out with me. Sit on the couch and watch a movie, or play a game, or do this, that, and the other. I don't know. You'll get there, girl. You get there. You're already halfway there. You've been talking to somebody. You're gonna go on it. That's exciting that you're gonna go on a date. Um, yeah. No, you'll be fine. Um, what the hell is that? Is that Pepe Is that Pepe? That looks like Pepe in the chat. Oh my god. Gray Rocco bringing in the ASCII art. Love it. Love it. All right, girl. Is there anything else I can help you with tonight?
All right. Well, my okay. So I do have a few more questions.
Of course.
So when do you wanna voice chat again with me?
Uh-huh. When do I want to?
Yeah.
Um, that's a good question. I have oh, I think my plans tomorrow is I'm going to go out. I'm going to get my eyebrows threaded and I'm going to go see if I can find a skirt. And I think there was something else I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to get my hair cut. I'm going to cut my hair just a little bit. Just like take an inch or two off. I think it'll look better. It won't look so frayed. So, I can chat with you either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, evening, if you'd like. Um, that's not a problem. I love chatting with people, especially if I can do something for you, give you some advice or just, someone to listen to what's going on. I don't usually get too many females in my chat, so I'm actually I'm quite happy that you reached out to me.
Okay. So is it okay if I can spill some more tea though?
Yes, of course. Go right ahead. That's why I have you on the line right now. You go ahead and like that's what people want to hear. They want to hear you talk, girl. You don't come around for me. I ain't got you. I don't have you on the stream right now to hear myself talk. I want to hear what's going on.
Okay. So I do need to ask you a question first of
Mhm.
all.
Go ahead.
So are you ready for January 31st?
um
That's my main question about you.
your main question is about me. It's at the 31st. It's actually on the 30th. I was mistaken. It's actually on
Okay.
the 30th. Am I ready for
Okay.
it? Oh my god. No.
Yes.
No, I'm not ready for it.
Why?
Because there's so much prep work that has to go and involve. Okay, so the first thing is I had my legs lasered this week. So
Okay.
the hair is like not very in a very good state. I had to grow it out for the laser, and now it's still not very good. So basically, what has to happen? Oh, and for those for those in the chat who aren't aware of what's happening on the 30th, on the 30th, I am going on a date, my second date with a couple, a man and a woman, and I'm pretty sure this time I'm gonna get laid, like super well. So last time it was a lot of heavy petting, and yeah, it was about second and a half base. This time it's gonna definitely be third base. I'm gonna get some. I'm not gonna be too graphic here on stream, but like I'm looking to have a good time. And yeah, I've already cleared it with my wife. I'm like, yeah, next Saturday, I'm going out. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm leaving. I probably won't come back till like 10. Right? So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But okay, a lot of prep work. So that's am I ready? So the first thing I have to do is I have to epilate my body. Um, I've been letting my hair grow out quite a lot recently, because I was getting lasered and I wasn't sure what I was getting lasered. So a lot of it has to get epilated. So that's about 3 hours worth of work. 3 hours to do my arms, my legs, a little spot treatment here on like my tummy and a few choice places. Like I said, I have to get my eyebrows threaded so that they look really nice. I'm gonna have my hair cut just a little bit shorter. It's gonna take some time. I have to fast because it's going to be sexy time. And as a trans woman, the last thing you want is to be dirty inside, because that can leave some very unhappy customers if they pay for, you know, um, well, they're not paying, but if they if you give them something that's special, and then you know it's not clean, it can be a very big problem. So basically what I have to do is I have to fast. I get to eat on the 29th. I'll eat in the morning, like a big bowl of fiber, and then I won't eat again until the date. And I still have to like douche everything out and clean myself. Um, Standard stuff. I gotta shave anything that's up here. Um, Not a big deal. Um, and then I'm not sure how much makeup I want to put on. I didn't put on any makeup last time, and they still loved me. So I don't know. I've got makeup on right now. My face still feels good. I'll probably put on a little bit of makeup. And then of course there's prep work when it comes to like actually getting the clothing, like what clothing I'm gonna wear. Um, I'm not exactly sure. Last time I was wearing a sweater dress. I'm not sure what I want. I might wear my new sweater dress. It's a little lighter, but it should be nice. Then I'll be ready. Oh, well, of course I also have to brush my teeth. Make sure everything's cleaned out, floss them, scrape my tongue, that sort of thing, gargle with mouthwash. Um, it's a long procedure, girl. It's a long procedure, but the result is like some of the best sex you'll ever have. it's really good. Hello.
Well, still here.
Oh, yes. Did that answer your question?
Pretty much.
That's good. Well, what kind of prep work do you do before like going out on a date, or like if you think you're going to engage in sex or something?
Well, getting my hair washed, body, the teeth, all of that. So pretty much.
Do you shave the pubic region? Trim
Not
it
the
up?
down there area, but underneath the arms, yes.
Okay. I need to shave my arms. They're getting a little long. But yeah, I shave that. You don't shave down there? I mean, not that I want to pry, but like I shave down there, not fully. Like I like to leave a little bush. But I always like trim it down. I make sure like I'll take like an electric razor or something and like trim it down, or some scissors, I guess. Okay. Um, Let me ask you something else then. Do you have a plan to move out of mommy and daddy's house?
Um, Not really, no.
Do you have a plan to get a car or a vehicle of some kind?
Probably never.
Do you have a license? No? Why not?
Hmm. Let me think about that.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm
Hmm.
prying too much into your life. I'm just these are kind of like milestones that a lot of people kind of like, from a male perspective especially, these are the kind of milestones that boys have to hit, because if they don't hit them, then like it hinders their ability to like date and like progress through life. So I know it's not always the same for women, but I'm still learning. So I don't know. You'll have to ask me again later. Rain says you need a plan. That's true. Living out on your own is really really good, but like again, I don't know your situation. Like I know a few people. There's one person I know who's like, um, one person I know is like my cousin, and she's like 38 and she still lives at her parents' place, and she's like, why should I move out? Like I got everything I need here. Like mommy and daddy take care of me, and like I have a job, and like I save so much money. And it's like, okay, yeah, but whenever you bring home guys or whatever, like your parents are there, and you have no privacy, and it's just kind of, there's a lot of like, you miss freedom, you miss out on freedom, you miss out on responsibility, things like that. But then I have like other friends who like, they're dependent on their parents for like physical means. So, oh, it all depends.
Okay, so back to the story about Shaven, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I did shave it about, I think, one time,
Uh huh.
and it did not feel good to me. Okay, at first it did. The second time, they were a little short.
Yes. Yes. Um. So this is what you do. You're probably using a straight razor, or you're using a razor with a blade. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you shaved it all off, did you?
Only one time, and I will probably never do it again.
Um, if it's the case that you get ingrown hairs and it's not worth it for you to do that, don't. Generally, what you do, though, it's all about the technique that you use. Generally, like when I shave, it's always with the grain. So if the hair is pointed down, you shave down, and that way you don't get as many ingrowns, if any ingrowns at all. Um, on top of that, you don't necessarily have to use a straight razor. Again, um, I use an electric razor for a lot of it, because not because it makes it clean, like it doesn't bring it down to like the skin, but when you do an electric razor, you're actually leaving a fair amount of length, right? So you still have like a little bit of shrubbery down there to like make it look good, and um, add some cushion, I guess. But like, yeah, if you're getting ingrowns, basically what you want to do, girl, is you want to be kept, right? You want to you want to clean up yourself, right? You want to make sure that you're clean. And part of being clean is like, you know, trimming the hedges. It's like your hair. You wouldn't just let your hair grow out and grow and grow and grow and just do whatever, right? Or at least like maybe not your arms and your legs and stuff. Like if they become unmanageable, like you hack it down. Like you said, your armpits. Well, like why do you shave your armpits? Right? It's because it looks cleaner when you lift up your arm. It's the same kind of thing. You just got to do something that like looks good. Like I'll tell you, without showing you guys, I'll tell you guys how I do mine, which is basically, here, and I'll stand up for this. This will be good. Okay, so what I do is here's my pelvic region. It goes like this. So I take a straight razor and I go down that side right there. Then I take the straight razor over here and I do the same thing and I go down the leg. So I've got like a V-shaped triangle. And then just all this, I just take a razor and I just shave it down. Now I take it one step further and I actually use a straight razor on the rest of it, and I make sure that I'm clean on the rest of it. But I always have like a triangular bush right there. Maybe I don't know if it's that big. Maybe I'll try and bring it down a little bit. But I think it looks cute. I think it looks adorable, and it doesn't give you nearly as much problems as if you were to shave it all off. Basically, you just want to be kept, right? You want to look pretty. You want to look nice. That sort of thing. You're so adorable. You're 24 and you're asking me about shaving down there. Yeah, it's tough, girl. You got to be careful, especially before a date. Like, the last thing you want to do is like shave and then get a bunch of ingrowns and then have somebody be like, oh, hey, like, let's have sex. And then you like get to there and they're like, you got all these razor bumps. Looks like you got some sort of STD. And you're like, I swear it's just razor burn. And it's like, geez, girl, you like butchered yourself. I'm sorry, Rain. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I was born sexy. I blame my mother. I come by it honestly. Oh my god. It's 11:30. All right, Queen Kitty. Anything else while you got me on the line? You sound like my friend in Montreal. She loves to she asks me all kinds of strange questions. She's always like, really? That's how people interact? Where are you, girl? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here. So, what else okay, let me ask you, do you get exercise?
And I hate to tell the truth of this, but not really, no.
Is there anything preventing you from getting exercise?
Mm,
You could just say yes or no. It's okay.
Pretty much, yes, there is preventing.
Okay. Um, are there exercises like, do you know how to do exercises? Like, have you been trained on like what to do to get a little more fit? You know, like even if it's like upper body or like something like that, like because what the reason I'm saying this is because um, exercise is incredibly important when it comes to actually like maintaining your mental health and your physical health, and it increases your attractiveness, and it has quite a lot of other benefits. So I recommend that you look into getting some exercise if you can. For instance, I have, there's a few things that I do. I've got a bit of a regiment where I go every night. I'm supposed to. I've been kind of slacking recently. But basically what I do is I do push-ups. So I do as many, about 70% of my max push-ups that I can do. And then I do some sit-ups. And I do, same thing, about 70% of what I can do. Then I do squat jumps. And then I do pull-ups. Now I realize that pull-ups and squat jumps and push-ups and sit-ups are more difficult for some people depending on where they're starting. So you got to find exercises that work for you to make sure that you get up to where you need to be. Um, and especially if you're just starting out, what you might want to consider is actually running or jogging, getting out there and stretching your cardiovascular system. Um, it's super tough to get started and it's super tough to maintain. But if you can get a good cardio system, a good run going, you know, um, once a day for like 20 minutes, or if you can get out there once every 3 days for an hour or something like that, um, you'd be surprised how quickly you can really turn your life around. Yeah, my guns. Mm. I mean, I think it looks sexy when I come out here and I flex. I'm like, shit. It's just more curves because I don't have a lot of tits right here. Let me move this. Turning myself on now. Jeez. All right, Queen, you got that? You're going to start exercising for me.
Okay. And there is, okay, something else.
Uh huh.
So, can your Twitch chat hear me at all?
Yes, they can.
Okay, so I have something to tell Monarch before this whole thing stops here.
Okay.
All right. All right. Um, all right. So, Monarch, so if you're listening, I would love to give you some details on what kind of happened last time, but not the sexual part. All right. So, what happened is so she found this couple and okay, so they
Whoa, 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 whoa.
okay,
Slow
so
down. What's the story? What's the story? I didn't hear this one.
about of what you streamed about last time and what you told the stream last time.
Oh, okay. Okay, you tell it, and
Yeah.
I'll go through the chat because I didn't hear any of this.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so what happened last time, Monarch, for her last stream is so she met this couple, okay? And somebody's listening voice chat.
Hi, Jazz. We're just on stream right now. That's all. So I hope you don't mind. Okay, he left. He's like, oh snap. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead. You want to tell the story, girl? You go ahead. I will flex, and then when if you miss any details, I will let you know. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so um so she met this couple and it turns out that she was there for 6 hours and so they went to first and second base, but here okay, I need to pause the um um stream for a second. Alright, so what had happened what actually I hold on. Okay, so what had happened was okay, so for some unknown reason, so they had this pact, and if you watch the clip, Monarch, that I posted um in the okay, not in the Twitch chat, but on the stream. Okay, so it okay. So the title is well, if you're prepared, it can tell you right there. So they had this pat, and for some reason, I don't know how to put it,
They,
but
they had this
okay.
pact
So
where they
what
weren't. They said they didn't have sex on the first date.
if? Okay, okay. To put it that way, also. All right. So she said that she had condoms and lube with her, and I'm allowed to swear no matter what because I will say this: my parents are in bed, so I will say that. All right. Okay. So if I can remember the words exactly, so what she said was, I do have some condoms and lube in my bag, and I will just say their names. And then Jared said I would, but we have this pact. And this is where she covers her face in the clip. Okay, in the clip, that is title well if you're prepared. And she said that, oh no, I feel like such a fucking slut.
It's true. It's true. Um, yeah, basically. Well, and the thing was like they're like, "Oh yeah, we have this pact. We have this pact. We're not gonna have sex." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then they get me in the room and they're like hugging me and kissing me, and then fucking, I have my legs up in the air and Jared's like playing with my ass and he like pulls my panties off, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he starts like looking at it and like feeling me up, and he's like, "Man, I so badly want to fuck this ass." And I was like, "Yeah, I have condoms and lube in my bag if you're ill prepared." And he's like, "I would, but we have this that pact going." And I was like, "Oh my
And
god." I
yep,
feel
there it is.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, I feel like such a fucking slut. Like, why did I say that?" I knew they had a pact going too, and I just, oh. Yeah. Somebody clipped that too. Was that you, Kitty?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I've been
Yep.
using that. I've been using that. At least I kept the clip for a while. I still have it somewhere. I think I put it on my YouTube channel. Thank you for clipping, by the way. But yeah,
You did.
I was quite embarrassed. I was quite embarrassed. Yeah.
Okay, why would you be so embarrassed if you okay, so why would you be so embarrassed if you had condoms and lube in your bag and you
Mhm.
forgot they had a pact?
Cuz I knew they had a pact, and I said it like I was ready to have sex. I was like, "Oh, you have a pact? Well, like I've got condoms and lube. Like we can go at it anyway." And he was basically like, "Yeah, but I can't." And I was like, "Oh." So even though I knew that they had the pact that they weren't going to have sex, so basically they told me they weren't going to have sex with me, I still suggested that we have sex. Is basically why I was embarrassed. It's like it's like somebody saying like, here's a birthday cake, but you're not allowed to have a piece. And then you're like, "Can I have a piece of that cake?" And they're like, "No, of course not. I just told you you can't have it." You'd be like, "Oh, right, you did." Oops. So that's why. That's why it was embarrassing. But hopefully it's not embarrassing next time. Um yeah. So that was, oh, that, my god, that was you. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I'm glad somebody appreciated my story. Uh, Monarch Vale. What's first and second base? Sweetie, okay, so
Okay.
I could feel this.
Oh,
So, or do you want to feel this?
sure. Okay.
Okay, I'll dance some more.
Okay. Okay. All right. Because I kind of have a reputation, kind of, not really, but I kind of do know the story about this. So the first base is like sitting on the couch and talking. Then, okay, truth is, I really do not know much about this, but I'm going to try my best. I will say that. All right, so then the second base kind of is okay. Actually, let me rephrase that. So the first okay, so the first base is that you kind of get to know each other first. and then you go on a date, and pretty much the basis of dating, first of all. And um and okay, this is not gonna make sense the way that I'm saying it, but
It's already not making sense, dear.
oh, I'm trying my best, okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked that you're trying. Don't get me wrong.
Really.
It gives me a chance to goof off on stream. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so then I'm trying to remember about what I was talking about. Hold on. Um okay, so the first base is like so um sitting down and talking at first, then then the second base you might go on a date or something like that and get to know each other better. And then the third base, who knows, it might happen at third base.
Wrong. I'm sorry. That's just wrong.
Oh, I tried my best, okay? I
That is
tried
so,
my best of saying how the dating
you are
life works.
so funny. You're so cute. No, girl. Okay, let me explain this to everybody. And yes, I
Yeah,
was about to
please
play this.
do.
Okay, so the baseball reference to dating: first base, second base, third base, home. Basically, it's a scale of how far the relationship has gone based on the physical relationship that you've had with this person, okay? First, when you reach first base, you're kissing. That's right. You're kissing this person on the lips, right? So if you say it, tell somebody you've gotten to first base, that means that you kissed them. Second base is like heavy petting and making out. Basically, it's everything above the chest and perhaps something down below with clothes on. You haven't necessarily touched them. You know, maybe you grabbed an ass or something like that. Maybe you even slid a hand down a pants and grabbed a feel of something. No big deal, right? That's second base. Third base is when you've actually performed oral on each other. Um, yeah, but third base is when you've performed oral. So, I mean, that's pretty self explanatory. Genitals in your mouth, that is third base. And of course, home base is when you two have actually had sex. So you can also have like, you know, first and a half base. You can have like, oh, I made it halfway to first. People be like, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, maybe you were holding hands, and maybe there was no kiss, but you guys, shared a big hug and you guys were okay. This date I got to second and a half base because there was a lot of heavy petting. But I also did manage to, I put this girl's tit in my mouth, and I also, fiddled her crotch region with my hand. And yeah, so that's why I said it was more than second base. It wasn't third base because we didn't do oral, but yes, there's a home base. There's definitely a home base. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now you know. Recent follower Demon Squirrel. There's something wrong here. I'm sorry, Demon Squirrel. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but there's something wrong with our daily follower goal. It's not working, and also our animations aren't working, which is really weird. Because you'd think the animation would work. I would test the widget right now, but it's been having problems, and it's been saying my last name, which I'm not prepared to do. But thank you for the follow. I did see you there. Thank God. Okay, so how many followers is that? That's like, we started at like 91 or 92. I've had like 2 followers. Anyway, Demon Squirrel, thank God. So, okay, we're at 94 now. So I think we're at like 2 or 3 people towards the police uniform follower goal. Do you guys like The 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 police uniform as the follower goal today? Just out of curiosity, what do you think, Kitty? Since I got you on the stream right now.
Okay, well, okay, so pretty much I do love it um because I have seen your past streams dressed up like one. So yes.
You've only seen one of my streams where I was dressed up. Did you see the end of last stream where I had the where I put the cheerleading uniform on?
That one I did see, yes.
Okay. So that's why I'm not doing it. I only have one other costume besides those two, and that is the what the hell do you call it? The baby doll outfit, which I don't like anymore. I might wear it, you know, if if people really bug me about it, but nobody's missed it so far. That's the one I was actually wearing when I had my 3,000 viewer video, which is on YouTube. Um, I put on the crown because I need a princess. I need a princess costume, and I don't have that yet. Yeah, Tristex likes the cheer outfit. Yeah, girl. It is. It was better than I thought. It was a lot better than I thought. I thought it was gonna suck. I thought it was gonna be like Baby Doll all over again, but it wasn't. It was quite nice. Um, I'd like to get some pom poms for that, um, which would be pretty cool. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, spend so much money on this stream. Spend so much money. Hey, did I tell you guys that we got a recent subscriber? We had two subscribes tonight, um, which was Monarch Vale and Mike Destroyer. So big shout out to Mike Destroyer for gifting the sub and also subbing. I don't know, Tristex. I was thinking about not. I was thinking about removing my affiliate status, but now that I've got subscribers, it's like, oh my god, I don't want to like renege on those subscribers now. You know what I mean? Like, but I am multi-streaming right now. Apparently, I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook Gaming. So shout out to anybody watching on Facebook Gaming and YouTube at the moment. I really appreciate you guys. If you don't have access to the chat, it's okay. Maybe you do have one over on YouTube. I haven't figured it all out yet, so we'll see what happens. Apparently, nobody at Twitch freaking cares if you're multi-streaming. Like, they have no way of really knowing, like, what are they gonna do? Unless you're, like, a big streamer, I suppose, but I don't know. We'll see. But apparently, Rain says that we were at 91 and we're at 94 now, so the daily follower goal, we're gonna assume that it's at 3 followers because it's decided it doesn't want to move. This stupid thing. It's a stupid thing. What I might do is I might just change the system so it's more like the follower goal up in the top. This one? This one seems to work just fine. So, okay. Is it, you want to keep chatting? Hey, this is probably a good experience for you.
Sure.
Tell me
Okay.
tell me more about like your dreams and your aspirations. I want to know like where you're going. Where are you going with your life? Like what do you want to do? What makes you tick? Like what are your dreams? And again, I'm going to be dancing while you
Well,
talk.
okay. Okay, so that's fine with me. All right. Okay, before I would love to say what my dreams are. So, okay. So, if you're still in the chat, Monarch, I'm not gonna go into the details because I really don't want to, but I'm just gonna leave it at that before going on. Um, okay, but the thing that I would love to say is, um, Okay, so what she did say it um is okay, so when this date did happen, so I would love to say that um so that Jared was on the backside before I go on to talk about my dreams. And
You're gonna
so
spill more.
Sophia,
You're gonna spill more tea about my
what?
date.
Well, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine. You go right ahead.
Okay. Okay, so okay, so um okay. So Jared was on the backside and Sophia was okay. Okay, girl, so her back was towards the bed. Okay. Um and pretty much um she was on top and she said that um that while you are back there enjoying, I'm gonna focus on Miss Thane here. And there's that preview.
Now you're gonna
Um
you're gonna clip that one.
Not no, no, but I wish I should have. Um
That's all right. I'll clip it for you. That'll be the thumbnail.
okay. 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 Okay, so before I talk about my um before I talk about my dreams, are there any nicknames that you want me to call you?
Any nicknames you want me to call me? You can call me
Yeah.
Sugar Bear. You can call me Princess. You can call me Double D Debbie. You can call me Delicious Debbie. You can, I don't know. You can call me anything you want, sweetie.
Okay. All right. And I think I know why. Um, so I think I know exactly why you love wearing the princess crown. I think I know why.
Oh,
Yes.
go ahead.
Because you want to, huh? Because you want to feel like a princess. That's pretty much the reason, isn't it?
Yes, of course, honey. Of course. Because I was always treated like a dude. So I was always treated like a dude, and I didn't want to be a dude. I want to be a princess. I want to be a woman. So it's like, well, and also because like, it's nice to have like the whole, um, when I'm in the Discord channel, I have this like role as the queen, right? It's like, it's not really a
Mm-hmm.
democracy. It's kind of like a monarchy. I got my crown and everything by my icon. Also, shout out to Hard
Mm-hmm.
Carry. Hard Carry in the chat. You should join me when I'm playing Pew 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 Pew. And Sugar Bear, Jazz Infused. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you again. Um, so okay, go ahead. I don't think you were finished your story.
Well, I'm trying to remember some other details about this. Um, so the only details that I can remember is that so she was there for 6 hours and she could not believe it at all that she was there for that long. Um, Let me see.
Oh my god. So basically, what you're telling me is that you enjoyed my story so much. You enjoyed my story so much that you're like recanting it for others. It's like, it's the fable of Deborah. It's the fable of Tigra Deborah. It's just like, once upon a time there was a fair maiden, and she
No,
had a threesome down in Victoria Square. But while she had condoms and lube in her bag, they had a pact which prevented her from using them.
Okay then. So,
I can get out my guitar too. I can
well,
do that.
okay. Okay, I don't think there's any more details for me to say because the song was pretty much the good point. All right. So, okay, so actually I would just love to call for the okay. So for the nicknames, so how does Princess sound for me to call you?
You can call me Princess. That's fine. Or Queen Deborah.
Okay.
Princess Deborah.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, you want to call me Princess? I like that. I like any
Yeah.
nicknames. Those are cute. Shall I wearst my crown for you, fair young
Okay.
maiden?
Okay then. So, all right. So on. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna keep on about this story, but
No,
I
by all
will
means,
call.
continue to recant. I enjoy hearing it.
All right. Well, actually, there is a part about the Discord that I should say to everyone that is in Princess's chat. So nobody post anything about politics, please, because because okay okay. So actually, I think Princess is a name for you. So I will just keep on using it.
Sure, that's fine, honey.
Okay. So all right. So if y'all post anything about politics, Princess will delete them. That's pretty much
Yes.
true, right?
Yeah. So okay. So this, yes, the story behind that one. Let me recount you with the story. So who was it that actually said that? Last round. Okay, so it's our friend Last Round from Brazil. We were in a. I was in a voice conversation in the voice chat on Discord, and Last Round was there, and I think Jackie was there as well. And what happened was we had a nice, lovely conversation, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, he decides he's like, oh yeah, by the way, fuck America, and then he leaves, and then me and Jackie are like, whoa, like where did that come from? And then the next thing we know, he's posting it in general. He's like, I just want everyone to know, like, fuck America. And we were like, what? It just came out of the blue, just out of the blue. And so like I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, like would you like me to have like, your own like political channel that you can like post that kind of stuff in? Like have a conversation?" He's like, "Yeah, no, sorry. I just needed to vent. He said, I've just been around so many socialist teachers and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's just like wasn't really an appropriate time or place to be saying that. And so I was talking to Jackie about it. I'm like, should we leave that in? Should we take it out? I was like, free speech, but on the other hand, it's like, kind of hate speech. I'm like, you know what? We'll leave it up for now. I think it was actually his idea. We'll leave it up for now, and then if there's a problem with it, we will we will deal with it from then on. And essentially what happened was other people came in and they were like, "Yeah, I agree with that statement." And other people were like, "Screw you." And I was like, "That's it." I was like, "Done. This conversation is over." I said, "There's now a political channel." And I messaged everybody. I'm like, "There's a political channel. You guys want to talk about politics? You go over there. You can say anything you want in there in regards to politics. Leave it out of general because I do not want to hear this malarkey. Like it's just no. It's the same thing when I talk about politics on the stream. This is why I don't talk about politics on the stream because people don't want to hear it. When people come to my stream or people come into the channel, they don't want to talk about politics. They want to talk about love. They want to talk about beauty. They want to talk about friendship. They want to talk about transitioning. They want to talk about, a love of T girls. that's kind of what, like, gaming, music, you know, whatever people have an interest in. People don't want to hear that, so I don't talk about it anymore. But when it's brought into like the general chat, it's just like no, 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 not interested. Not gonna. I don't want that in there. And I'm sure a lot of you guys agree. I did have some chatting. What is it? I did talk to somebody early on in my streaming career. We had like an hour and 50-minute conversation about like politics, and yeah, it was just like a snooze fest. And like halfway through it, I was like, just hang me. This is so boring and so droll. So, meh, it is what it is. That's why I try to avoid it. But yeah, no, thank you, Kitty, for bringing that up. You know, another nickname for me is T-Girl. For Princess T-Girl, whatever. I don't know. I'll just, anything you want to call me is fine. All right, chat with me. I'm gonna take a look and see what's going on in the chat here.
Okay.
Oh, Monarch wants to join us in the general. Oh, and you want me to put the crown back on. All right, Monarch, here's the deal. If I let you in the general chat, you have to talk. We want to, and you know what? We're probably going to have a discussion about voices. So yeah, you go ahead. You come on in here, girl. You're invited. Come on in. I would invite everybody, but at this point, I don't want to have too much at one time. I just kind of want to go slowly. Hey, girl, if you didn't want to come in here, you shouldn't have said anything. You kept saying that you wanted to come in here. It's okay, sweetie. Listen, if you want, I can change my voice for you. I can bring it. I can bring it down here if you want.
Oh my lord.
I could, but I don't want to. I'm going through voice training right now. I'll just say this while Monarch's making up her mind. I'm going through voice training at this time, and Vale, what the heck are you doing in here? Oh, right, Vale. I was like Monarch. I keep calling you Monarch. All right, sweetie.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing,
Hi.
sweetie?
I'm doing okay. I hate my voice.
It's
okay.
Horrible. It's okay. I think my voice is terrible, but it's all about learning and getting better. So let me tell you a little bit. So actually, no. Now that I know that you're well, actually, first I should ask, would you like help with your voice? Because I actually have material that might help you.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm in this program called Changing Keys. It's the program here where I live. And let's see if I can find the manual. There it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to you. And basically it has a bunch of information about how to change your voice. Because it's one of those things that's like very difficult for people to do. And like it really helps with transitioning if you can like modify your voice a little bit. Especially for me, like, because I know, like, if I get on the phone with a phone call with somebody, or if I get, yeah, especially phone calls, like, if I get a phone call from anybody and I'm like, hi, how are you? Like, yeah, my name's Deborah. And they're like, if they turn around and they're like, yes, sir, like, we're happy to help you. I'm just like, oh my God, like, my heart just like sinks. I'm just like, darn it, I screwed up.
Yeah, I would feel crushed.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, like I've been there. So now when I answer the phone, people are a little bit better to me. They're quite, they're a lot more understanding now. And most people don't misgender me over the phone, which is nice. And a lot of people online say they like my voice too. But anyway.
You have a nice voice.
Thank you very much. I've been practicing for a while. The first thing you have to do when it comes to voice training is you have to increase your pitch. I have this cup here where basically what I do is I blow into it at a certain pitch. You also need a phone app. So there's a, basically the phone app has to measure the pitch that you're noise you're making, and basically you just blow into a thing of water here with a straw, and you do that for like 2 minutes straight, and it raises the level of your pitch. And there's a bunch of other stuff in there that really works. I don't want to give you like too many like voice lessons on it right now, but like I would love to help you out, honey, because I know how frustrating it is as a trans woman to like, you know, not be able to or to be embarrassed to speak, right? Or to be shy about it. But it all comes down to practice.
Yeah.
All comes down to practice. Yeah, I thought this was a whisper stream. I'm sorry, sweetie. It was a whisper stream, and then it's slowly
evolved.
You know, it's so funny because yeah, people wanted to come in, right? Now we got 3 people on the chat, and you know, I don't have a problem with that. I told you guys that I wanted to spend more time with you. I mean, you guys hang out with me. You know, I've been building this community, and like, what's the point of building the community if I don't like chat with you guys, like have voice conversations and whatnot? Like, you're starting to become like my friends. Like I literally depend on a lot of you guys to like, yeah, like I talk to you guys. Like, I know some of you are pretty new, like you, Vale, you're pretty new and you've only been around for a week. Same with Kitty. Kitty's only been here for a week, maybe 2. But like, there's, you know, this server, you know, like I said, I sent out a message the other day. It's gotten to 100 people, and like 100 people, you know, there's about a dozen or 2 people that kind of come in regularly and talk and add stuff, and like I'm coming to know a lot of you, and like it's really nice for me to like have friends and like people that I can talk to, because especially around here, it's getting to the point now where like, you know, I have a hard time meeting people out in the real world because everything's shut down. Like I have one class that I'm allowed to actually come in. It seats 40. They said they'd allow 40 out of like the 150 people that are attending the class to like come in and be a part of it. And
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm like, I'm there, and I go in there, and there's like 6 or 7 students. There's one guy that sits across from me that I'm like trying to build up the courage to say something to, but I didn't manage to today. So hopefully soon I'll talk to this guy. But yeah, no, thank you guys. It's a lot of work putting this server together. And you know, I've learned a lot from it, right? Just like setting things up, and Deborah bot and all the different channels and everything. So
yeah, I think the whole Deborah bot is like really cute. I think that's pretty cool.
Is it? Thank you.
Yeah. It's like, it's unique to your like server and your Twitch channel.
Yeah, I don't like copying and pasting software code. The Streamlabs bot, she's copy and pasted, like, so the Deborah bot in the Twitch chat. But like, honestly, I don't think it makes sense to recreate her, because basically Streamlabs gave me a bot, and they just said you can name it whatever you want, you can have it do all the things that you need it to do, and it's like, perfect, done. Basically program it myself. But yeah, the Discord bot was hard. I have to do like I have to do JavaScript on that. I could give you guys a tour of Deborah bot sometime, and actually like show you the inner workings. I won't do it right now because there's a lot of not safe for work stuff in there, including all the GIFs. That, yeah, all the not safe for work GIFs. You guys probably don't know about them. Vale and Kitty, you guys haven't seen them because you guys are plebeians, but I'm going to change that right now.
Oh no, I'm just joking.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna make sure that you guys are loyalists, because you guys deserve it for coming on the stream. Loyal. Yeah, you guys are loyalists now. So basically the only difference is it does give you access to the Not Safe for Work stream, the Not Safe for Work channel, and the Not Safe for Work nudes and stuff. So if you have a weak stomach, I wouldn't go in there, especially in the Not Safe for Work pictures. It's a lot of porn, a lot of tranny porn, and There you go, Tristan. Woo! Tranny porn for the win, right? So thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We're the follower goal is actually wrong. We're actually one person away from putting on the police uniform, so we're almost there.
Someone please follow.
Huh? Oh, I'm sure somebody will. Give it a time. You know, it's only 12:16, and it usually gets busy around this time until 2 a.m. is usually when I quit it. But yeah, I'll have to. I'm gonna change the follower stream for next week because, yeah, that bar doesn't seem to work very well. It's already skipped. It's skipped half of the people that were supposed to be subscribed or the followed. Anywho, what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, lots of tranny porn in the pictures, and the other one is the lewd chat. So the lewd chat, again, people post pictures of themselves and they're quite lewd, talking about blowjobs and stuff. And actually, Deborah Bot is able to perform 2 additional functions in the lewd chat. One of them is a spank function where you can spank people and it'll play a GIF of, depending on whether or not you're a woman or a man, it'll play appropriate GIF based on your gender, and when it comes to oral, that's the only one where being a trans woman actually makes a difference, and that's if you're a trans woman and you're receiving oral. We're assuming that you're a pre-op trans woman, in which case it will display. There's one of a man giving oral to a trans woman and one of a woman giving oral to a trans woman, along with the standard male to female, gifts that they have for the normies, for people like Kitty Girl, who's been awfully quiet.
Normans.
Kitty Girl, are you still
Yeah,
here?
because I just love hearing about this.
I can tell
This
you
is
do.
like
That's
all
why
really so detailed.
I'm glad. Like this is the kind of environment I'm trying to foster. Is that, like, I'm trying not to be so prudish with this. Like, the thing is, like, I am a very sexy person, and when I first started this channel, it was basically just general and lewd. That was all it was. And the thing is that a lot of people don't want to see lewd the first thing they come in, especially if they come into this channel. They're like, I don't want to see lewd, I don't want to, porn is icky and stuff. I want to think of trans women as being cute, nice little dainty things that don't do the nasty. And it's like, okay, girl, but like, we all do. And so, yeah, and before I was posting all my lingerie photos, I even had some nudes. I posted some nudes at one point, and yeah, I took all of it down. I took down the nudes. I took down the actually, I don't know if I took down the nudes. There's one nude I might have to go back and find now that I think about it. But I took down all the lingerie photos. Like, I had some really nice ones. I've done like photo shoots in different lingerie, and one in red and one in black, and they were really nice. But no, I took them all down. I put them on my Patreon. My excuse was that I wanted to protect my community from having to view naughty pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I hid them behind a paywall. Now it's, I'm as I'm thinking about it now, like, what I could have done was I could have just made an extra fold, like, with people subscribe, or not if people subscribe, but like for loyalists, like loyalists might get access to those photos as well. But I don't know, it's difficult for me because, like, there's no incentive for me to take them if I can't put them on Reddit, if I can't put them on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be a reason why I'm taking this picture. And that's the thing. Like, I almost started doing porn. Like, I almost started taking nude shots and like putting it on Reddit, like, all glammed up and dolled up and stuff. But I didn't because somebody actually pulled me back. They were like, "Don't do that." Not because like they didn't want to see me do it, but because They're like, you're worth more than that. Like if you do want to do that kind of thing, wait until there's a greater demand and then put it out
Mm-hmm.
there. But to just put it out there now, like I see lots of girls on Reddit, they take off their clothes, they show their princess, they get up there and they dance, and you know what? Sometimes they get 100 likes. Sometimes they get 1,000 likes, and yeah, it's good for them, right? They're
Yeah,
getting lots of Reddit karma, and they're getting lots of followers and likes on Reddit. But like, then the next thing they
the
say is, "Oh,
market's
I have
like
an
very
OnlyFans."
competitive.
Huh?
I was saying like the market's kind of competitive now with like everyone, like with a lot more people getting into it.
Well, yeah, and if that's all they do, it's kind of like, oh, it's like okay. Well, and here's the other thing: like, you post lingerie or you post nudes on the internet, and then you tell people to go to your OnlyFans.